Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's December 28th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Officials in Bangkok are admitting that the latest COVID-19 outbreak is more serious than the first wave from earlier this year. That's according to a story in the Bangkok Post, saying that we could see the number of infections jump by over 1,000 in the coming days or weeks. The spokesman of the COVID-19 Situation Administration, Tawisel Bisanuyotin, is urging the public to comply with disease control measures so that more drastic measures won't be needed later on. Over the past weekend, including today, the total number of cases have jumped by over 250, most of them connected to the latest outbreak in Samut Sakhon province, which has now been linked with cases in 38 other provinces, including Lopburi and Surin. A cluster of cases were also found in Rayong, which are traced back to an underground casino in that province. Over 50 cases were found there over the weekend. Deputy Prime Minister and Public Health Minister Anutin Chanvirakul is also now under quarantine for 14 days after having met with the Samut Sakhon governor, who later tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, today, officials confirmed 144 new COVID-19 cases, including 115 local infections, raising the total number of COVID cases for Thailand to 6,285. 67% of total patients have recovered. Thailand's COVID death toll is still 60. It's been 52 days since Thailand's last COVID-related death. Police and safety officers have started setting up main checkpoints across the island ahead of the annual 7 Days of Danger Road Safety campaign for the new year, getting underway at midnight tonight. This year's campaign will conclude at midnight on January 4th, with expectations from officials set at having far fewer accidents than last year, since there are fewer people in Phuket due to the COVID-19 situation. So far this year, 70 people have died in road accidents on the island, according to the Thai Road Safety Committee website. Also, according to the Thai RSC, Phuket suffered 2 deaths during the 7 days campaign for New Year 2020, although Phuket officials at last reported claimed that Phuket had suffered 0 deaths. This year's campaign gained momentum on Saturday when the control centers for road and water transport safety for each district were launched, which are meant to support the main checkpoints set up on major roads and also at all the piers. In total, there will be 12 main checkpoints and 28 minor checkpoints set up on the roads in Phuket, with over 200 local officials assisting traffic police. Small events organized by private parties to celebrate the new year are also still allowed, the Phuket Public Relations Department confirmed to the Phuket News today, and follows Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha allowing each individual governor to decide whether a lockdown would be instituted for their province. Phuket Governor Narong Buncheo says there will not be a lockdown and small events are allowed to continue, like hotels and restaurants, to hold their New Year's Eve parties, although they must strictly follow measures to prevent COVID-19 spread. Meanwhile, the Phuket Provincial Public Health Office reported at 3 p.m. today that the total number of people in Phuket confirmed as infected with COVID-19 remained at 3. The Katu resident who contracted the virus at a big bike event on Koh Lanta and his 2 sons, all of whom are being treated at area hospitals. According to the report, 199 people who had high-risk contact with the 3 cases had all tested negative for the virus. As a yellow zone, the island is under high surveillance, but it has no more than 10 cases. Officials are to expedite all efforts in identifying people at risk of infection. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. The government is poised to allocate long holidays every month next year to stimulate local tourism demand while pledging to commence travel bubbles after April. Tourism and Sports Minister Pipat Ratchakitprakarn said domestic travelers will continue to be a major market for at least the first 4 months of 2021, with frequent holidays helping to increase the number of domestic trips, while the international market remains unpredictable. He said the government is set to announce further subsidies later this week to spur domestic travel, including a potential 5 million baht stimulus campaign for senior travelers. Amid the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic and as a way to solve prison overcrowding, the Justice Ministry is considering releasing more inmates whose jail terms will be completed within a year. Electronic monitoring bracelets will be attached to inmates due to be released. Currently, about 20,000 inmates are eligible for the program and are expected to be released within the first quarter of 2021. The program would not include convicts of severe crimes such as murder, sexual offenses, and drug trafficking. Thank you for watching Phuket Extra today, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit PVCPhuket.com. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
คุณมองเห็นอะไรไหมครับถ้ามองไม่เห็นเดี๋ยวเราจะย้อนภาพให้ดูทีละมุมถ้ามองจากรถที่อยู่ด้านหน้าคุณจะเห็นชายขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์ตามมาด้วยความเร็วปกติถ้ามองจากคนที่นั่งอยู่ข้างทางคุณจะเห็นชายขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์ผ่านไปด้วยความเร็วปกติแต่ถ้ามองจากคนที่ขับรถตามหลังมอเตอร์ไซค์คันนี้มันติดไม่มีไฟท้ายก็เหมือนไม่มีคุณอยู่บนถนนตรวจสอบไฟท้ายให้ใช้งานได้อยู่เสมอ